Alright. Sorry about that. Okay. I'm going to do another game review. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I've actually been requested to do more of these. Alright, so I'm going to do another one now. This one I'm going to do right here is of Spider-Man Friend or Foe. A game that a lot of people hate on, but I actually really like. I do understand the complaints. I don't think it's a terrible game because of that. Alright, but anyways, Spider-Man Friend or Foe is essentially Spider-Man is fighting against many of his classic villains, you know. The Green Goblin, Venom, frickin' Doc Ock, and the Sandman, you know. And he's having trouble, but then the new Goblin, Harry, which is kind of odd. I mean, I think Spider-Man 3, the movie, was like the only thing where he actually wore that getup. I mean, he's exactly the same as in there. And, you know, he died in there, but now in this game he's alive and wearing that getup. I don't know. But anyways, though, he helps him out. He helps him escape, and then, I forget what happens to Harry, but then Spidey's being cornered, but then S.H.I.E.L.D. actually hovers overhead and teleports him up, and Spidey is confronted by Nick Fury. Okay, first complaint, that is not Nick fucking Fury. Not have to hate the game for, but that's not Nick Fury. Nick Fury's a black dude, and he's voiced by Samuel L. Jackson. That's not Samuel L. Jackson. Alright. No one can do Nick Fury, whether it's in person or via voice acting, like Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson is Nick Fury. Also, that dude's not even fucking black. Come on, he's not a black bald dude. He's not Samuel L. Jackson. Like, seriously, what the fuck? So yeah, that's my first complaint of the game already. Yeah, see. And then basically Nick Fury gives Spidey the rundown. Basically, there's a villain that is controlling all of the world's supervillains. Alright. You know, so like the Green Goblin, Venom, Doc Ock, the Sandman, the Lizard as well. Well, actually, the Lizard wasn't controlled. You end up finding the Lizard and he joins you. Alright, the Lizard actually wasn't being controlled, I don't think. No, he wasn't being controlled. But still, you know, and other allies you get are like Blade. Alright, and the new Goblin, you know, Harry's Goblin. And Black Cat. And, oh, what's that guy's name? He's like that guy in the yellow and green get-up. I forget what his name is, but you get him as an ally. Or, right, Rhino's also being controlled. You get him as an ally. Alright, and yeah, those are all I can think of right now. Plus, there's also Spidey, so that's a 10-man crew. A 10 superpower crew right there, so that's pretty damn cool. But yeah, and basically they're using, it has to do with Venom actually too, because the meteorite fragment that landed, it's split in half. Part of it was Venom, and the other part turned into these other creatures, and I forget what they're called. But they're symbiotic substances, and throughout the game they end up getting a lot stronger. Alright, to the point to where they're nearly at Venom's level. Alright, and you basically have to go through, save all the world's villains, and team up, and the final villain ends up being Mysterio, who's using this to his advantage. Alright. Otherwise known as Quentin Beck, but he's never actually unmasked in this game. He just always has Mysterio in this game. Alright, but still. And that's pretty much the plot. And you know what? I think it's a really fun game. The plot itself isn't anything too special. It's another one of those, you know, kind of generic ultimate team-up type of storylines. which you see a lot actually, but I still think that it's a really fun game. One complaint that I would have though is that it's kind of easy, and that's a big complaint that a lot of people have. It's really easy, like unbelievably easy. It really is. Like, it's very repetitive kind of combat. You'll pretty much just be mashing buttons throughout the entire game. I mean, there are combos, but you'll, for the most part, be mashing buttons throughout the game. It's pretty much just square and triangle in terms of the attacks. And there are combos with them, but it's pretty much just the same thing over and over and over again. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like, people hate on the game because of that, and I can see why you'd be kind of disappointed, because I was too. But it's not necessarily anything I don't think to hate on the game for. I mean, the game is addicting as shit. Okay, I really think it is. One complaint, but it is kind of a complaint of mine, minor complaint, but complaint of mine nonetheless, that it is too easy. I think. Not necessarily that it's repetitive, but that it's, I mean, being repetitive is still a flaw, but also that it's too easy. Alright. It's clear that this game was made for kids, but this is one of the few things that, despite being made for kids, I still enjoy, because it's addicting as shit. Alright. And I really love that about it. Another complaint that I have is that you're never really swinging through New York City. You would expect Spider-Man to be swinging through New York City, fighting bad guys in the air, perhaps pull off some Spider-Man 2 the game shit, and, swing from helicopters, jump on cars, throw bad guys off of buildings. But you don't do that in this game. None of the gameplay is ever in New York City. Like, you're in a lot of places, but you are anywhere but New York City. Okay, you go to Egypt, you go to Japan, you go anywhere but fucking New York in this game. Okay? Except for the opening cutscene, you're not in New York in this game. Alright? And I was very disappointed in that. Not to mention, it's a very linear type of game. Like, there's no exploration in this game. I mean, very little. Like, there are items to collect. I forget what they're called. They look like kind of hourglass type things, I think. Which, like, give you abilities and whatnot. But, like, that's it. That's, like, all the items you can collect in this game. And that's all the exploration there is. So, exploration, I thought, was a huge downer for this game, too. Because there is none. Alright, there is no major exploration in this game, which, games like, in terms of Spider-Man games like Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3 really made prominent is the exploration factor, and this game just doesn't have it. So, yeah, I'm pretty much going to sum up I'm pretty much going to call it quits for this review, though. Overall, despite my complaints, which I had quite a few of them, I still think it's a really good game. It's definitely above average. Like, yeah, I definitely think it's above average, but I don't think it's, bad. I don't think it's great, but I don't think it's bad either. I think it's a great, I think it's a great game to play when you have nothing else left to play. Granted, I haven't played this game in a long fucking time, like over a year at least, but it's still something that's worth playing at least once, I think, because I think it's really addicting. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to give this game a 6.6 out of 10, because, you know what, it deserves something above average, I think. I think that's the perfect score for this game, personally. So yeah, anyways, overall, hope you enjoyed this review, guys. See you after, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.